Hi guys, welcome back to the channel and thank you again for tuning in. Today we have a Yamaha 90 horsepower 4-stroke 2015. Yes, it's a 2015. The issue is the trim unit. Our customer says that every time that he wants to go up and down in the trim unit, he hears this click inside the motor. First thing you think when this happens is the relay. Well, I checked the relay was okay. Let me tell you how I found out what the issue was. It's kind of pretty funny. Follow me on this. Okay, after several times I went up and down, I checked the trim relay, checked the trim motor, checked everything, and something wasn't right. Sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. Sometimes the trim went up or down real slow, sometimes it was going fast. So as you hear it, well, maybe you can't hear it from there, but that's a click right there. So I'm gonna leave the button push in either direction, up or down, okay? And I get my super special tool right here. Look at this on the bracket. I just go, see? Now it works. It's going really slow when I go up. If I let it sit, let's say for 15, 20 minutes or something like that, it will start clicking again and you won't have any motion at all. Like now, still works, okay? But every time you wanna make it work, after a while that is stuck, you hit the bracket. Then you know the issue is the electric trim motor, all right? So follow me on this. We're gonna go ahead and replace that motor. All right. First thing we wanna do is trim the engine all the way up. Oh, it's clicking again. Let me get my super special tool. Hammer, special tool, the hammer, and let's go up and hit the bracket. Okay, all the way up. Once it's all the way up, make sure you put the lock of the motor, but don't bring it down, okay? Leave the space between the lock and the motor and the bracket, because I tell you, this is the way you're gonna check if you actually are releasing the pressure before you begin. So as you can see right now, see, I brought the motor all the way up, okay? I put the lock down, but I didn't bring it down for the lock to touch the bracket. I just left it up. So there is actually a gap in between the lock and the bracket. Why I do this? Because once I come to this side, let me stop the camera and go to the other side of the motor. Right here, on the port side bracket right here, there is this hole on the bracket that it's got a little outboard draw on it, right? And there is a standard bolt inside with a flat screwdriver or a standard screwdriver. Loosen that bolt a couple of turns, or two or three turns, until you see actually that the motor rests and goes down on the locks. That tells me that I did positively release the pressure in the unit. Let me show you how it's done. You see, I could have brought this down. Oh man, it's clicking again. Let me hit it with the hammer again. I could have brought this down until the actual lock touches the bracket. Look at this. Right there, right? But then when I release the manual release valve, it's called the manual release valve, I won't be sure if the pressure is actually released. That's why, to test myself, I leave it up right there and I leave a gap under this, under the lock, all right? Now, when I get my screwdriver, I come to the port side bracket. There is a hole right there with a little outboard and my flashlight. And there is a bolt in there. So I'm gonna release it and look at the lock now. Look at the lock. See, I'm loosen it. See? Now I know that this unit don't have any pressure at all. So any parts that I'm going to remove, if I need to remove the trim motor or replace the seals or even removing the unit, that unit should be zero pressure in the internal system. That's the way I check myself that the pressure is not there. Okay, now I got a camera in my hand, so we're gonna go down in the trim and show you. That's why I got the camera in my hand, so it's better to show you. you're gonna go to the trim rod. All the way on the top of the trim rod is gonna be a pin that goes from side to side, from this side to that side. It's about this long, I don't know, 4 or 5 inches, maybe 4 or 5 inches. So on one side, you're gonna see that it's got the head right on this side, right? You can see the head of the pin. And on this side, it's got a retainer. In one of the two sides, you can put the retainer either side. You see the retainer? Let me bring a little focus there. Maybe you can see better. See the retainer? Remove that retainer and push that pin to the starboard side, right? Take it out, and because you release the pressure of the unit, remember the bolt on the side, the manual release, now that pin is gonna be pushed probably with your finger because there is no pressure in the system. Once you got that done, we're gonna bring this trim rod down. How we're gonna bring that trim rod down? We're gonna tighten again the manual release valve. We're gonna tighten it again all the way, close it, don't go crazy, tighten it. That's just a small snug, kind of. So we're gonna close the manual release again, and then we're gonna hit the button, and we're gonna bring this trim rod down all the way, all right? All right, let's do that. Okay, in this case, as you can see, the pin was kind of corroded, right? See if I can bring up the focus here. See, it was a little corroded. So with the wire brush, I kind of clean it a little bit, clean around the retainer, and spray some PB blasters. One of the best products for the marine industry, let me bring this focus down, is this thing, PB blaster. Okay, in this section of the video, I'm showing you the pair of pliers, retainer pliers that you should be using. My microphone ran out of battery for these few seconds. Here I'm showing you how to remove the retainer. That's the retainer that you should be removing. And now I'll turn the camera on the starboard side to show you. First, I'm going to push this pin. See how easy it is to push this pin to the starboard side because there is no pressure in the system. Just using my finger, the pin should move to the side. Now I'll move the camera to the outside of the bracket, starboard side, and pull this pin. Once you pull this pin off, just like so, right? You will see that the unit now, see, pull the pin, now the unit swivels. And once you bring that trim rod down, you'll be able to access the back bolts. Okay, so once we took the pin out, right? And this is, now it swivels, which is going to give us the chance to get behind the motor to remove the screws. But before that, we need to bring it out a little more to be more comfortable. So we want to bring this rod down. How? Remember this manual release, okay? You're just gonna snug it. And that's it, snug it. And now we're gonna hit our trim button to bring this rod down, okay? See? Oh, you're not seeing anything. Hold on. Okay, now we're gonna bring this rod down by hitting, by touching, pushing the trim motor in the down position, just like so. That's enough. You see how much now is coming forward? That's plenty. That's all you need. You don't need more than that. Okay? Now that gives us time. Actually, probably that could be too much because we don't want the cable of the motor so tense. So I'm gonna go up a little bit to barely touch the motor right there. That's good. That's good enough. See how much space I have right now in the back? A lot of space right here. So we have 1, 2, 3 in this side and 4 in this side. Allen screws, Allen bolts, which we're gonna remove. We're gonna put a tray under the trim because oil is gonna come out. But before we do that, what do we have to do? See if you guys remember, right? Release the pressure. See how much I'm gonna open this? Just 1, 2, 3. That's all you need, little bit, that's it. Okay, now the unit has no pressure. We're ready to remove the bolts of the motors. Let's do that now. Where the bolt might be. Right here, okay. Okay, and then we're ready to cut the wire, the two wires, the green and blue, from the old motor, all right? I'll leave the rest of the wire hanging, so I can probably use it as a guidance or as a chaser to bring the new wires up into the engine block, to the relay. For now, this motor I'm not gonna use. I know it's bad, I'm just gonna cut the wires. Okay, so as of right now, we're gonna go ahead and cut the cables, the two wires, blue and green. This one's right here. The good thing about this unique, actually, feature about this trim motor, electric trim motor, is that the shape of the base. It's so unique that there is no way that you can put it in a different way, in a different position, because it only goes one way. It's a really unique shape in the bottom, versus the other Yamaha motors and others that the motor looks the same, but the base is exactly a square with only 4 bolts, one on each corner, so it doesn't matter how you put it, it's gonna fit in every position. In those, be careful, the wire which comes out of this side usually of the motor, or on the top, some of them, on the top, make sure that you put it in a position where the cable, the two wires, aim to the port side. So it goes out this bracket right here, this bracket hole, and through this bracket hole from here, it goes up into the engine pan, to the engine block, to the trim relay, okay? So, but in this one, no worries, because it only goes in one way. So we're gonna go ahead and cut the wire right here. Let me sure we're not cutting the sender, just the trim motor. And that's it, we cut it, right? Now we're gonna grab our Allen. Okay, now, once you take this out, okay, we're gonna remove the motor. There you go. Okay, this is a pretty important tip I'm gonna give you now. Okay, come on. There you go. So once you take it out, you see it right there is where your O-ring goes, okay, around here. Obviously, there is no O-ring there. It's right here. See it? Okay, we're gonna replace that O-ring. Throw this one away, put a new O-ring, it goes around here. You put grease in here and then submerge the O-ring on the grease. Make sure you clean this area very well, okay? What I do is I put a very clean rag inside this pocket right here. So no debris while I'm cleaning the area falls inside. Now, this is an important trick. I mean, not trick, important tip, I'm sorry. Once you take this out, I'm sorry, you see how long the trim motor neck is right here? Okay, you see how this is got like a kind of a flat side? I'm sorry, this goes on a coupler, okay? Coupler is right here. Okay. This is the coupler, okay? Now, when you're gonna do this coupler, this part of the connector is not the same as this one. It only goes in one position. Very, very important, okay? Now, one of this necks like this is all the way down there, okay? It's sticking out, okay? So there is one coming from the trim motor and one coming from the hydraulic pump, okay? These two neck-to-neck tips, the motor and the pump, right, are joined together by this coupler. In the big motors, the coupler is very small and it's metal. In this one, it's pretty long and it's plastic. Now, if you touch this coupler, it's plastic. You see that the top is completely round. This top that I'm feeling right now, right here, is completely round, see? The bottom is round and it's got a flat side, okay? See the flat side right here? Round and flat, but this side and this side is flat. You can feel it. So the top is completely round The bottom is got 2 sizes flat. The 2 sizes flat goes down. The round, complete round, goes up, engaging into the motor like that. Okay? I'm gonna put it inside first. Let's do that. I put it inside first. Okay, let's find it. It's right here, right there. Okay, okay, right there. Okay, once that I put it in there, if you look inside here, see inside? The flat part, I don't know if you can see inside, but there's a flat part right there where this goes, right? Like this, right? Make sure that you put that inside slot, right? From the bow to the stern. In other words, 12 to 6, okay? Forget the bottom in this case. Just put the bottom wherever it goes. But the top, the inside of the round part, the inside, put it from the bow to the stern, 12 to 6, okay? So when you're ready to put your motor like that, if it's like that, you will never engage that because it's gonna be hidden. This plastic that is 12 to 6 is gonna be hidden. But if you turn your motor also like that, 12 to 6, bow to stern, right? And you left this one also bow to stern. As soon as you put your motor, boom, twist it a little bit, it's gonna engage right there, okay? Got it. Your O-ring with full grease. Let's clean the area and go get the new motor. Okay, so we got the motor, right? I just took it out of the box. This is the part number of the electric motor, all right? You got it? All right. And then this is the part number of the O-ring, okay? All right. So, this is the new motor, and as you remember, let's review. This is the tip, right? Look at the round part inside. Let me see if I got a flashlight that can probably help you. See, this part, this slot is bigger than this one. This one, it's bigger and thicker, okay? This one is bigger and thicker. I hope that you're able to see this. There you go. Bigger and thicker than the bottom one. See how the bottom part of the coupler is flat on both sides? This flat on both sides goes facing down, the round part goes facing up. So when you're gonna put it on, right, forget about the top part, never mind the bottom part, put it wherever it goes in the pump, right? Once it is in the pump, this, put it from bow to stern from 12 to 6, like this, okay? Like that. You're gonna put this like that, right? And then when you're ready to put your motor, I'm not gonna have it like this. See, this tip is flat. I'm gonna have it how? I'm gonna have it like that, from 12 to 6. So when I go in there, I know that both are going to align. Copy? All right, good. So let's go ahead and put some marine grease. This guy right here. Okay. See? A lot of grease. And we're gonna submerge the O-ring on the grease, like so. Okay. This, I got my motor already from 12 to 6. I'm ready from 12 to 6, yes? Yes, right there. I got my coupler, the flat part of the coupler facing down, like so. Okay? And let's go to the boat. To help the O-ring fit in here, I'll put a little bit of grease on the edge, around the edge, and inside the groove of where the O-ring is gonna sit. But before the motor, we have to put our alignment, okay? So at the bottom, we don't care about the bottom. Should be right here, right there. It's in there, yes. Yes, it's in the pump already. And now, let me put this guy from front to back. We're gonna take the cable, the old cable out through this hole on the bracket. Cable comes up to the port side, there is a hole in the bracket, take it out. You see here, and pull it out, okay? Cable is out. We're gonna bring the new cable back in. Okay, should be coming. Now we're gonna pull from the outside of the bracket. Okay, that's plenty. Okay, so the cable, the wire is going to be in the same spot as the other motor, right in the back of the unit. Okay, because this motor can only sit in one way. I got my 12 to 6. It's right there. Pull this cable a little more to give me some comfort right here. There you go. Put my flashlight in there and align my famous 12 to 1. Should be around there somewhere. There you go. See, once you feel that it sits, you're gonna see this gap right here completely close. Okay, I'm not making any efforts. The weight of the motor itself is holding it, all right? Completely. You shouldn't even see one little bit of gap in there, okay? Grease in everything. Grease here, grease there, marine grease. Best grease you can use in my decades of experience. This guy right here, oh my God. Johnson & Root, believe it or not, triple guard grease, the best. I use it for everything. Okay, and we're gonna go, you know what, let's put a little bit of a few turns on these front bolts, so when I put my hand in the back, I don't push the motor open. Okay, I already put the 4 bolts in position. This is what I do. That's it. I don't go crazy. A little bit this one. I'm not gonna go this much on this one because I wanna put a cross X pattern on the torque. Okay, the back one is perfect. All right. This is it, and that's all I tight right there. Go through all of them. A little bit more here. A little bit more here, and these bolts are not going anywhere. Pull the rest of your cable. Okay, so we're gonna put grease in everything. Put grease on the pin. Grab our 2 terminals. We still have the cable, the old cable that we cut from the other motor that is still going to the relay inside the motor, right? Strip these 2 and put these 2 connecting these 2 ones, temporary, and so we can use the trim button and go up and down easier while we put our pin. Let's do that. It's kind of a good tip, by the way. Just strip these 2. There is no power, there is nothing here because this is going straight to the relay. Okay? Just put this guy here, the blue, right? Just like that. Temporary. And the green right here. Okay. So now we should be able, oops, it's touching the bracket. Right there. Now we should be able to use our button to put the pin. Okay, now I'll be able to put my pin using the trim buttons. See? Oh, look at that. That's comfortable right there. So I'm gonna see if I am, oh wow. I am very, very close. Let me see with the light. Oh my Lord, I am a little down a hair. I think I am right there. Let me try. Pin, there you go. See the pin right there? See? Just goes through. Boom, done. And then go to the other side and put what? Remember what we took off? We took off this guy right here, the retainer, okay? And with the 17 millimeter, we'll remove our plug in the reservoir, which is this one right here, okay? This is another tip. Oh, oil is coming out. Oh, this is beautiful. It's full of oil. That's great. I mean, oil, sorry. It's full of fluid, hydraulic fluid. And a tip, people, this is aluminum plug threaded to an aluminum case. Do not tighten this thing crazy. Just, if you can go finger tight, that would be enough. But if you want to be sure, finger tight, and that's it. And we're ready to bring our motor down, finally. Oops, we forgot our locks. Take the locks off, bringing it down, all the way down. Now we can take the cover off, change the camera angle, and show you the trim relay. Cover off. We're gonna remove the old cable that we cut, remember? And then you're gonna go to the front, let me move the camera. You wanna go to the front starboard side of the motor. Right here is where your trim relay is, okay? Right, let me see if I can show it to you, hold on. Right here. That is your trim relay right here. You see the blue? Yeah, you see the green? That's your trim relay right there. We have to come out of the bracket, remember? The cable is gonna go out of the bracket and up through this grommet right here, through the engine pan, right? It's gonna come out here, right? You grab it in here, go to the front below the air box, comes out on this side. See him right here? Right here. Just follow this cable, the old one, and connect the blue on top, blue sky, and the green in the bottom, green grass. All right, once you are feeding your cables through the bracket to go into the grommet right there, right? Remember, this it's important to leave a certain loop in here. Like this is good enough. Leave a loop here so the engine can turn left and right freely. Once you're done, put the small zip ties, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So these 2 wires, this is the sender, by the way. The sender to the gauge. So you know where your motor is, up and down, your trim sender. It shows you where your the motor angle. So keep these 2 together. Then there is this clamp right here, see? Holding the flush adapter hose, the trim sender, and your trim motor cable that you just put in, right? So loosen these 2 number 10s and just put them like that, see? That's inside already. And then I bring my motor and put it inside just like so. Done. And then tighten those 2 bolts again, and that's fastened right there. Did was, to make it easier on me to bring that those 2 cables, I kind of put them together with electric tape. So I made a chaser out of the old cable to pull the new one through the grommet and all the way down here under the air box. And boom, I have it right here, see? So take the tape off. The new one now is gonna be discarded after I remove the number 10 in the bottom, number 10 on the top. Okay, they're very small bolts, don't lose them. Okay, it comes with the washer, but the washer is attached, so it's not gonna fall. Okay, we got the old 2 cables, blue and green. Boom, threw them away. And then we bring in the 2 new ones. Remember, there is a box that goes here, okay? This box, let me see, it's upside down. This box goes here, right? So you gotta put the cable through this square hole right here. So when you put this, you take it off with 2 taps, 1 on the top, 1 here on the starboard bottom, and 1 in the bottom, let's call it port, okay? 1, 2, 3 taps, just push plastic taps, right? You can take them off, but so you don't pitch the cable or it's in your way, just take it through this hole right here, okay? See this square hole, all right? Put in the blue one first, okay? Okay, blue is on, and then I'm bringing the other one. The blue one on top. Okay, now I'm gonna try to put them together so they come out of the square hole that I show you on the cover. This, don't go crazy, just snug it. Same on the bottom one. Snug it. Now the cover, we're gonna get the cable out of your way to reach the bottom tab, which is all the way to the bottom, right there. And then we have the top one right here. So top one, on. This one is here. This one is not going in. Okay, on, and this one here on. That cover is on. Now, we're going to the side, and your trim motor is ready for the water. Okay, guys, well, there you have it. I thank you so much for sticking around all the way to the end. I still got to put these seat ties here, 1, 2, 3, 4 small black seat ties, the way it was from factory. That's your flush adapter, it's good to go. And your trim motor is installed. Don't forget to check my website, us4marinerepair.com, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.